waiting for my OBS. There we go. OBS is reconnecting, supposedly. And yeah, it looks like we've reestablished connection. Great, great. Thank you, Internet. So let's get back to it again. These disconnections are a little distracting, but just a great episode of Dynamite this week, and Raw. WWE Raw only had 49 minutes of actual wrestling in a 3-hour time span. So let's see here. Let me just send a message to the person that said that they wanted to call in. You can call via Skype now. Let's see if they're still around. I think they had a few things they wanted to mention. Let me check the connection, the stream right now. Yeah. It's although my upload speed, according to OBS, is appropriate, it's giving me some issues here. Thank you, Internet. Yeah, so I am broadcasting, but this is being stupid. All right, so back to the list of notes here. 49 minutes. That was all that people got for WWE Raw on Monday. 49 minutes of actual wrestling. You know that thing that those WWE stans, the E-drones, hate? Yeah, wrestling. Only 49 minutes on a 3-hour show. Meanwhile, half of Dynamite was one of the best matches ever. Speaking of times, Money in the Botch, Bank, whatever you want to call it, had 87 minutes of wrestling. Meanwhile, and that was 3 hours, 4 hours, I believe, AEW Dynamite 250, a 2-hour show, had 81 minutes. Okay? Clearly showing, and that was an amazing, amazing episode. Some people, obviously, again, like I said, attention of goldfish and the patience of 2-year-olds. And apparently, also we had Raw and SmackDown this week for a combined total of 80 minutes and 6 seconds of wrestling. So, tell me again how WWE is the place to be. Let's see, next up. Hulk Hogan actually spoke at the RNC convention. And a lot of idiots on the internet going wild, running wild, brother, with their disdain for Hulk Hogan. And many of them being in the UK, where the city of Leading by non-natives on my not so chilled stream hangout that I do plan to do after this. Let's see. Well, we got to definitely. Actually, this might strain the internet connection, but we'll do it when we can. We've got a lot of botches at the Money in the Bank. We have Triple H coming out a couple of weeks ago saying that WWE is not a sport. We're a movie about a sport. Thus confirming what I've been saying for quite some time, is that they're not interested in wrestling. They're Linda McMahon, who unsuccessfully ran for Senate in Connecticut in 2010 and 2012, actually chairs the Trump-friendly nonprofit America First Policy Institute. Cameron Grimes was in tears because the WWE told him that he would always have a job, and then they cut him. The former WWE host said that he was told that he was family, and then he was then released. Dijak said that WWE cut off any negotiations and told him they wouldn't renew his contract at the absolute last minute. And there was also the wrestler Dakota was literally crying on a stream and begging on NXT numbers have been rapidly decreasing. Yes, to reconnect. Now we're being told it's reconnected. Great, thank you. So we're talking about Tubi. Streaming platform, looking to add more wrestling to that product, and this may actually be a place where ROH will be able to release their catalog as well as live shows. Now let's talk about the big news that just happened yesterday. WBD is now rolling out of AEW content on HBO Max. Never happen. This is prior to the actual announcement that's going to never happen. This is prior to the actual announcement that's going to be coming out. But in places like France, Puerto Rico, and some places in the Middle East, these shows are already showing up. We've got all the shows, all seasons of Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision, some pay-per-views, including the most recent Forbidden Door, and it's just being rolled out to test, be implemented, and make sure that all the bugs are worked out. But this is basically HBO putting their stuff on there, WBD admitting their deal's done, and it's just a matter of an official announcement now. So all those people that said that AEW was going to fail and was going to die, blah, 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 well, that deal is going to be announced very shortly, and there's going to be a lot of people's butt hurts. So let's go with AEW news. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna keep this one short. Sorry, guys, it's the best I can do here. Chillstream has the blessing of the Most High, so we can get some current day information out there. But when it comes to AEW, we've got, let's see here, we got both Nick Wayne and Billy Starks, new champions, both in AEW and ROH, respectively. Unfortunately, Dalton Castle was recently injured in a match, and they're saying that he is going to return in 2025, which is very unfortunate. He is extremely underrated. He's extremely powerful. If you watch some of his matches, he's going up against guys that are twice his size, and he is performing amazingly. You would not expect that from a guy of his stature, but he's definitely powerful. When it comes to All In, they're slowly rolling out the announcements of the match card, and they've already sold 40,000 tickets, and they're slowly going to implement. Because Taylor Swift will actually be performing there at Wembley Stadium prior to All In, that AEW decided to essentially allow or go with the flow of limiting the number of tickets to, I believe, about 50,000, because Taylor Swift requires her stage to be a certain way and so forth. And rather than have to put that extra money and manpower into breaking the sets down and then putting them back up and so forth, Tony Khan has said that he's perfectly fine with going with whatever setup is provided for Taylor Swift and adapting to that, which I think is very confident of Tony, knowing that this play only 2 matches had been announced, and we're already at 40,000 tickets sold. Where's next on my list here? Tony Khan obviously saying that right after Forbidden Door, that the television deal is close to be finalized. We also have rumors that people inside WBD are saying that this past week's Dynamite, which reached 745,000 viewers, was a very good piece of news for Warner Brothers Discovery, and they're very happy with AEW, and it just goes on the heels of the definite announcement for that television deal. So the IWGP title changed by Tony Khan and New Japan, so that they could have 2 title changes in the U.S. and allow Moxley to become the first man in history to hold the AEW, IWGP, and WWE World titles. This past episode of Dynamite was actually, and the subsequent Rampage and Collision, which was on last night. It was at Collision, but they're planning on they actually pre-recorded ROH there, but it's at the new Esports Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Totally sold out, and maybe when my internet is working better, I will show you the images of it. But very interesting. 2100, a different look, a long stage, but very cool nonetheless. And let me see if I can actually show that to you, because I've got it here. There we go. So you'll see the stage itself, and I do find it interesting. I do like the screens. They absolutely sold out the place, and the crowd was very receptive. It was a good show, actually. I really much enjoyed it. And yeah, they're planning to be doing more filming and more live shows there at the Esports Stadium. And Texas has yet to get a pay-per-view, but there's high demand there. So it's very cool that they have this relationship with the state of Texas and plan to be bringing more good wrestling to Texans. Collision has a new intro, and some people are not too pleased with it. They, I guess, prefer Elton John. But I gotta say, I'm liking it. I'm digging it. If the internet wasn't fucking up so badly, I'd play it for you. We had Hologram debut on last night's Collision, Belay. And it's quite interesting. Tony worked on this gimmick himself, and the guy's extremely talented. And who doesn't love Lucha? You know, Lucha style is always quite enjoyable, and I do love it when it's mixed up with all the different styles that AEW does showcase. Unfortunately, last night Sky Blue was injured during her match with Hikaru Shida. And, unfortunately, looks like... oops, I just spilled my drink. Great. It looks like she's going to be out for the next little while, and it is quite unfortunate. She's really talented, and yeah, I wish her all the best. Last night also, Luchasaurus, formerly known as Luchasaurus, a.k.a. Killswitch, whose name I'm not too pleased with, but whatever. He won the Trios title, so now he's actually had runs where he's won the singles, tag, and Trios championships. AEW. Shout out to EJ News and Podcast. She said, "Did everyone hear about the president today?" I'm so sorry for Biden. I hope he gets better soon. Yeah, I was going to discuss that on my next stream, and so I'm trying to go through my my wrestling news as quick as possible. It's definitely not going to be anywhere close to the typical 2 hours, but yeah, I got to roll with the punches here. All right, what's next up here? So yeah, Killswitch now has held those 3 different titles. Oh, what happened here? OBS being stupid again? All right. Anywho, let's check the stream. Whoops. Wrong button. Yeah, great stuff there. Maybe it'll be better on playback. But regardless, I want to get through. Blood and Guts is coming up this Wednesday, July 24th. Card's looking really good, actually. And we have some contention between Darby Allin and Swerve Strickland, which should be interesting to see how that develops. What else? Yeah, I'd play those videos and such, and the new intro and so forth, but yeah, the internet doesn't want to seem to keep up here. Oh well. Yes, we're getting close to 20 minutes. I spit out the news as quick as possible without showing graphics and all the botches that came with Money in the Botch. But it is what it is. Let me check the stream again. We're close to the typical. Well, I sound beautiful, but internet, no good. But yeah, I wanted to discuss a lot more in detail. I wanted to show some videos. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to happen this week. Unless I can get the internet guys out, but it took me a fucking week to get them out. So that was inconvenient. But yeah, so basically I've gotten through the news, most of the news. Also considering that people don't want to just hang around while the fucking stream decides to start working again. I owe you guys. I owe you guys for a better show. I am working on improving a lot of the formatting of this show. The internet certainly is something high on the list now because I was told everything's working right, and apparently it's not. It's funny, though, that when I was testing the internet, it seemed to hold up, but for some reason around this time, it's not. I don't know why. But yeah, I do promise, since this was episode 9.5, but certainly by episode 10, the ship's going to be righted, things are going to be tweaked, shined up, new graphics, new formatting, and, well, hopefully, well, not hopefully, it will. It will. I will not stand for anything but the best. So we're going to do that. So, yeah, like I said, unfortunately, I didn't get through everything I wanted to, or to the detail that I wanted to. So we're just going to have to leave it at that. And next week is a new week. And tomorrow's a new day. Yes, it is. And as always, well, MJF knows who I am.
You fucking mock!
You're goddamn right I am. So on that note, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to wrap up the show. Maybe do a couple of other tests on the internet. And yeah, I do want to talk about all the news and politics this week. And so, again, mea culpa, my apologies for this subpar episode. But you know that I will be gathering the notes this week of all the news in wrestling. And